Okay. Hi, everyone. The session will start in a few minutes, so welcome to Polytechnic universities, and we're gonna see what are they and why should I attend. This is a live session, and our speaker will be Kerryn Johnson. Kerry, you can begin.
Great, thank you.
If you have any questions, sorry, I will just mention this. If you have any questions, you can put them in the live chat, and then we'll answer as many as possible. Okay, now you can begin. Sorry.
Awesome, no worries. Thanks, Paula. Hi, everyone. My name is Kerryn. I am the International Admissions Counselor at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. We are located in the US. Today, I want to talk about Polytechnic universities, what they are, what the advantage is, and why it might be a good fit for you. As you're, searching through all the universities attending the fair today and the rest of the week, just want you to kind of be aware of what the differences are and what kind of university you might want to be searching for. So like I mentioned, I'll talk about what they are, what's included in those. I'll also give some examples of what a Polytechnic university, what that actually looks like, right? Then I'll talk about what that means in terms of admissions, and then I'll leave time for questions for any of you that have any of those. Like Paula said, feel free to type those in the chat, in the live stream chat, and we can get those answered at the end. So first, I just want to talk about what is a Polytechnic university. There are a lot of great, on our YouTube channel, there are a lot of great videos that explain what that is at Stount. So feel free to go there and type in UW Stount Polytechnic, and you can search some different videos. But for now, just for sake of time, I just want to talk about, a little more what they are from our perspective. So a Polytechnic university is a career-focused university that combines the applied learning with the liberal arts, okay? So this is really good for students who learn more by doing. So maybe you don't do as well sitting in the classroom every day, listening to the professors, reading and memorizing out of a textbook. You need to learn by actually working on a project or doing something and gaining that experience. So this is a great opportunity for those students who are more want to learn by doing. So, it does incorporate, that liberal arts, you will be having some lectures, but instead of just learning the material, you're going to take that theory, that knowledge from the classroom, and then practice that and bring it to life in our labs or at your internship or in a group project. So really, if you like to be hands-on and be doing different exciting things, working in those labs, things like that, this is definitely something you'd want to think about. So there are thousands of universities in the US, okay? Only 3% of universities are actually considered Polytechnic. We're the only one in our state of Wisconsin, highlighted in blue. You can kind of see the dots where all of the other Polytechnic institutions are. You can see, you may have heard of some other Polytechnic universities like Cal Poly, MIT, Michigan Tech, some of those larger institutions. We're also on that same level of the teaching approach and being unique and helping our students stand out when you are looking for certain jobs and applying for graduate school. We really help you become a little more unique than all those other thousands and thousands of graduates in the US. So there's 3 what we call tenets that we focus on here at Stount that make us Polytechnic. So one is that career focus. Second, the applied learning. And third, the collaboration. So first, that career focus, what does that mean? At a Polytechnic university, that means that we understand that you are coming to university because you want a great career when you graduate, right? That's the reason everyone goes to university. How we do this, how we make you hireable and attractive to employers, is one, we have advisory board. So it's a group of like professors, employers from the industry, students who help review the curriculum, the classes that you're taking every day, and make sure that they're still up to date, right? And that you're still learning with up-to-date machinery in your labs. We don't want students working in an engineering lab with all the machines being 10 years old, right? You want you learning in the most up-to-date material and equipment. So then you really are getting that up-to-date knowledge in your program. We also have one of the largest career fairs in the Midwest. So this, we bring, 1,500 employers across the country, twice a year. That's total. So, maybe anywhere from 400 to 600 a semester. Okay, where employers are on campus, ready to meet our students, ready to interview and hire our students for internships, for jobs. We also have a great career services office that helps connect our students with these different employers and help you find jobs and internships. This is especially great for international students because you may not be familiar with a lot of the opportunities and businesses that you could be interning or working at. So we really help you identify those and help you figure out, what's a great employer that you could possibly apply at that would help you reach your future goal after graduation. Okay, so we have a 97.8% employment rate. So you can see that all of these things that our students are very successful. This is actually the employment rate, including this past year with COVID. So our students are still extremely successful finding jobs in their field. So the second, probably what you would see the most as a student is that applied learning. So we have over 3 times as many labs as classrooms. So like I said, you're not sitting in a lecture every day. You're going to be in these labs, in this green screen motion capture lab, for example, as your classroom, as your experience, and really learning how to do it. We have great hands-on experience opportunities, whether that be through those labs that I mentioned, maybe undergraduate research, or paid co-ops or internships. So we don't want you just sitting in a classroom. We want you to be using theories that help you practice to solve real world problems. So an example I always like to use is riding a bicycle. That sounds very silly, but if you are going to learn how to ride a bicycle, are you going to sit and read about how to ride a bike? Or do you think you're going to learn better if you just get on that bike and start practicing? Hopefully you all know the answer to that. So we kind of have that same perspective here at Stount. We think that it's going to be much more beneficial for you just to start practicing and start learning by jumping on that bike instead of just reading how to ride a bike, right? And then lastly is collaboration. We do also think it's very important that students are collaborating. You're working on projects across disciplines. So for example, we have 2 game design programs here at Stount. One is more on the art side, students working on the artwork, the characters, the design, the visuals for video games. Where computer science, game design students are, of course, working on the software development, the programming. So they actually have, several classes together where they're collaborating, right? Art and computer science students together, where they're collaborating to create a video game together and learn how to, learn that you do need to not just be working just with people in your field, but with people across many fields and many disciplines. We also, do help you collaborate with many businesses and organizations that I mentioned with that career fair, those advisory boards, connecting you with our partners. We have a career link, which is kind of like a LinkedIn, but just for our Stount students and our partners, our businesses and industries and organizations. So you can actually go and talk to different businesses and industries, and it's just for Stount students. Okay, so what are some of these advantages? One is just gaining that real life experience before you graduate, okay? Starting as early as that second year, you can be, getting those real life experiences through internships and co-ops and being in those labs. You also have a lot of great networking opportunities because you are able to collaborate with students from other programs and collaborate with businesses and industries from across the country and gain that, that networking opportunity. You're going to have so many connections when you are going on and looking for jobs or going on to graduate school. You already have some great connections and need some, hopefully maintain some great relationships with these businesses. But also we help you build a portfolio for graduation. So what that means is, when you're applying and you have your resume, you can do much more than just listing where you went to school, where you, what you want to do. We're going to help build your resume by helping you get those internship experiences to put on your resume and help you be able to design projects. And I'll give you some examples in a minute, but help you do everything that you need to do to stand out among other graduates. There's thousands and thousands of students graduating a year. And so how we want to make you stand out and look unique so you can be hired for these great opportunities after graduation. So a couple real life examples are just, one of them is we have two sisters from Saudi Arabia who came to study our fashion and retail program, and has helped design clothes, as you can see in the photo, for our Wear fashion show. They got to use our Stount students as models, and they got to design all the clothes for this fashion show that was open to the community, to our students, faculty, staff, and just the city in general, which is a great opportunity to say when you graduate that, hey, I've already, hosted and planned my own fashion show. That's really cool. And now they're actually both interning at Sarah Collection in Saudi Arabia. Great internship opportunity, very high-end and very popular fashion company in Saudi Arabia. Another example is like our UW Stount, our Game Expo. So with those computer science programs, game design, animation programs that we offer, every year we have a Game Expo where all of these students get to showcase the games that they've designed, right? And students and people from the community can come and actually test them out, play the video games and see what they've been working on. So this is a great way for you to show what you've been doing in the classroom for the last 3 or 4 years. And maybe there's going to be businesses that are coming to this too. And maybe that's also an opportunity where a business comes, sees what you've been designing, and maybe that's what leads you to a job opportunity. Another one, we have our animation and digital design.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We have one question that they are asking if it's possible to get like internships.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, so the students can get internships so all of our programs either require or highly recommend an internship. So our students do we help our students find those internship and co-op opportunities. If it's not required for a major, we still help them find those. Some students have one internship or co-op, during their time here. Some have two. Absolutely, we help our students find those.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's see, another example to that animation program. One of our students created an animated video that now has over 10 million views, which is also great. And then we also have actually a graphic design student and two cybersecurity students who are interning at NASA in Houston, helping the art student designing logos, cybersecurity, more working on that cybersecurity end. So it's really cool to see. We are a small university, but to see where these students are going and see what they're doing. So that NASA internship is a great example of those internship opportunities our students could get. So just kind of wrapping up here, when you are looking at Polytechnic universities, our application process may be a little different. It is important to see your academics and see your grades, but as a Polytechnic, we want to see who you are as a person. So we want you to also be getting, involved in extracurricular activities, sports, music, volunteering. Maybe you're part of a club at your school or in a leadership role. There's recommendation. We also want to learn more about you, your talents, your skills, your goals in your essay. We want to know who you are because there's so much more to you than just your grades and your test scores. So Polytechnic, we do like to look at that whole person when making an admissions decision because there is so much more than just those grades. So just overall as a summary, just again, Polytechnic universities, it's a combination of that liberal arts, education, and applied learning. So it doesn't include that hands-on experience, those internships, those projects, the updated machinery, like our robotics lab. And we focus on collaboration across campus and with other businesses and focus on your career and helping you succeed and get where you want to be. Okay, so I'll leave time for questions at the end. I will be on the fair all day, so please feel free to chat with me, set up to me a meeting request if you have a lot of questions, and I am more than happy to answer any of those for you and meet with you. So, all right, Paula, if there's any other questions.
They're asking if you give like lots of scholarships.
Yeah, absolutely. So our scholarships are based on GPA or that grade point average. So, if you do want to be, like I said, when students are admitted, there's definitely more to just their grades. But for scholarships, yes, the higher the grades, the more scholarship you could receive. Our scholarships range from $5,000 US a year to $7,500 a year, depending on those grades. So to receive a scholarship, you need a minimum 3.0 grade point average or higher and a 4.0 scale. So once you have that, students are applying to Stount. If you meet the GPA requirement, you automatically receive that scholarship.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kerryn. We have one last question that says, how long are the programs at Polytechnic University?
Yeah, there's still going to be four-year programs. but you know, it's going to be, it also depends on the internship. Some students get internship at 1 or 2, so maybe they're here a little longer because they're taking a semester off to work with an internship or a company. But average is 4-year program.
They are starting to appear more questions, so
Okay.
okay. Do your university have data analytics bachelors? Sorry, I have a data.
Me too. It's fine. Yeah, so we have, it's not called data analytics, but we have everything from computer science, applied mathematics, information and communication technologies, computer networking and information technology, computer science, cybersecurity, and secure software development. So not necessarily not titled data security, but or informatics, but we do have a lot of IT, communication, networking related programs. And those are definitely some of ours are really, really strong programs that we offer.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kerryn.
Yeah.
For now, we don't have more questions, but I want to thank you so much for this session. If you want, you can share us like your last thoughts about the Polytechnic University.
Sure. Yeah. So I think it is really beneficial. You know, there will, you know, definitely be for those students who maybe do struggle with exams or you just need to be doing something, right? Like when I was in high school or secondary school, I was not the strongest test taker. I learned more by doing those projects. I really succeeded doing projects and being in those assignments and working with people. That's not as strong in those test scores, and that's okay. There's gonna be a lot of students who are like that. And this is great because we really get to show here at Polytechnic universities your strengths and focus on those and help you succeed in a way that makes sense to you as a student. So if this is something that sounds exciting, you know, being able to work with different businesses and students, and you know, this is something I definitely love to talk to students more on a one-to-one basis. If you want to chat with me on the fair, but you know, many of our students, when I talk to them, they are always saying that their favorite part of our university is the Polytechnic, the hands-on. It's almost always what they say. They enjoy the freedom in their classes and the independence that you get just by, you know, being able to work on projects that you are actually interested in and design something that you wanted to actually design. So you do get a lot of freedom and a lot of independence and opportunities to really highlight your strengths here.
Totally, it becomes like more meaningful, right?
Absolutely, and a lot more exciting to learn too. You know, it's much more enjoyable when you get to do what you want to do and do research on what you want to actually research. You know, it is much more enjoyable and makes your education a little more exciting.
100%. We have another question that says, how is living in Wisconsin?
Yes, I love it. I grew up here and, you know, in the area, you know, in the nearby state too, but everyone here, honestly, not, maybe I am biased, but everyone here is extremely friendly and welcoming. You know, I know there's some larger states like Florida, New York, California, Texas that everyone likes to go to, and there's gonna be friendly people everywhere, but there's something about this area that just is different. People are just so welcoming and friendly and really enjoy, you know, talking to people from different countries and welcoming them and learning about your culture. We just get really excited when we have students from different countries here because, there are so many friendly people and welcoming and opening up their homes to people and kind of helping you get to see everything that you want here. It is very safe, which I know is important too. Very, very safe community, nearby a lot of great, tourist attractions. The largest water park in the world is about 2 hours from here. The largest shopping mall in the US, about an hour. There's really so many great things in this region too, that our students enjoy visiting while they're here studying.
It sounds great. Like, I want to go to Wisconsin to visit them.
Yes,
when
and
we
you have
get
great
the chance. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kerryn, for the whole session. If you have like more, to the attendants, if you like more information, feel free to chat with Kerryn directly, or you can visit the booth of the university, Polytechnic University.
Yes.
Right.
Really.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I hope to chat with you all at my booth later on.
Perfect. We'll see you in the next session.
Bye.